I'm Kamerie Gibson. Welcome to the Kamerie Gibson Show, the podcast. I believe that one of the most precious gifts you can share with someone is your story. Pain has purpose and stories can change lives. Your journey to become more inspired and transformed by the lives of those around us starts now. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Kamerie Gibson Show, where we talk about transforming our pain into power. And today I have a special guest with me here today. His name is Chase. Chase, would you mind introducing yourself to the audience for me, please?
Most definitely. How y'all doing, everybody? My name is Chase Clayton from Carson, California. Went to University of New Mexico, football scholarship. Have a brand I've been working on called Life Lead Brand, full-scale lifestyle brand, so I'm definitely an entrepreneur. Sports is my background, but all around just a people person, looking to make a change in society and uplift my people around me. How y'all doing? Hope y'all doing well out there.
Yeah, for sure. So just to give the audience some context, how me and Chase know each other a bit. Chase, there's this place called The Gathering Spot, which is a really cool spot to go to, man. So I'm a member at the Gathering Spot here in Los Angeles. And Chase, could you go ahead and tell the audience what the Gathering Spot is and how you got connected?
Exactly. So the Gathering Spot is a private membership club. It's on 5211 West Adams Boulevard. And it's a membership club where professionals from all different backgrounds, all different walks of life get together, make plays, collaborate, just really elevate themselves. And so it's a co-work space on the second floor. First floor is a restaurant, so it's a full-scale bar, full kitchen. Our kitchen is headed by Chef Das, celebrity chef for P. Diddy, for the Obamas, just to name a few. But it's a great spot to really come connect with people, like-minded professionals in your field or in a field outside of yours, make plays together, and also come in, get a bite to eat, get a nice drink at the bar, a little bit of everything at the Gathering Spot. So y'all definitely come check us out. 5211 West Adams Boulevard.
Oh, you selling it. You're selling it right now. So how did you find the Gathering Spot?
I found the Gathering Spot online. I initially seen it when it was in Atlanta. And seeing it in Atlanta, I felt like it was something that was kind of up my avenue. So I definitely want to check it out. But I saw it was in Atlanta, so I said, I'm going to have to wait a little bit. Maybe I'll fly out there one day, check it out. But it just happened they were building one in LA. So I decided to check it out. But before checking it out, though, I was like, okay, I could pay membership there, or I could just go and work for them, help build the brand. It's ran by two brothers, co-founders, Brian Wilson, TK, Lil Patterson, great guys, but we also partner up with other people. We'll go into that, Greenwood, if you guys want. But it's a great place, though. It's a great place to come in, connect, meet people, and just make plays for sure.
Man, Greenwood, I just got my card the other day. It's just cool to just to have this in this time period. I feel so fortunate. And just to have technology and social media to connect us all to each other. But yeah, did you always know you wanted to be in service?
You know what? I feel like in some capacity I did, definitely. Way back when, I worked for LA's Best, like working with the kids at LAUSD. And that was something I did really enjoy. I don't know, it was just something else it was something else that was pushing me in another direction. Not saying I still love kids. I have children of my own, two beautiful girls, Cassie and Macaulay. What's up, ladies? But I definitely just felt like, I've definitely been being pulled in. I've been being put into service just for I would say the world as a whole. Where I can help kids, I can help adults, I can help somebody who just, somebody we can just talk to, chop it up. It's just different things. For service, that's something I feel I'm geared for sure.
What was it like for little Chase growing up?
It was like for little Chase growing up, like that. Okay, started out growing up in Carson, California. We were definitely in sports for sure. Growing up with my mom and dad, I have two brothers, Chris Clayton, Carl Clayton. Chris is born February 3rd, Carl's born January 28th. My mom and dad, of course, September 17th, December 29th. We got some nice team. Growing up, we were in sports. I grew up in Stevenson Village. It's right across the street from Casa Dominguez Hills University. and in Carson. Grew up right over there. Went to Stevenson Park. I played flag football, basketball, baseball. I ran some track. Then went over to Victoria Park. Played football. Carson Coats. A lot of my guys, you know about the Carson Coats. Shout out to all you guys. But definitely it was geared towards something. I know I was focused. I was really in the sports world. Still in school, Leapwood, Curtis, things of that sort. Still dealing with stuff outside of that. I have my run-ins with certain, I would say certain lanes or fields I wasn't really familiar with, I would say. But definitely I kind of found ways to just make my way through certain fields where, I was loving it. People showed me love from all different walks of life. But I was just really in sports. In school too, I was a bad kid. I was a bad kid. Let me throw that out there. Like,
I didn't know that. Really, I couldn't tell. I couldn't see that. What do you mean a bad kid, though?
Yeah, excuse me. I do. Let me rephrase. I won't say a bad kid. I was a kid who was real rambunctious into things. Elementary school. One of my guys, my day ones. Terrell French. I was one of my good friends, and we were always. We got Terrell Ty, Cardell Jahan Emmett. There was a lot of us, but we would all be. We were in a group. We're in a group, and we'd just be doing everything. Mainly me and Terrell. We'd be doing some crazy stuff. Going in the school cafeteria, throwing hamburger buns around, messing with the janitors. When they had their carts and they would clean up where we had to take stuff from them, keep it over. We were disruptive in classes, did different things. We were bad. I don't know, maybe I was just acting out in certain ways, but we were bad. From I was in Leapwood, we were super bad, fighting people, getting kicked out. Then it got to Curtis. It was similar. I was like a class clown, Curtis, fighting people, still learning the way. But 8th grade year, the light just came on for me. It just clicked. And I was going to high school. I was like, I got to change up. That propelled me on to different things. Certain things I do now. But younger Chase, I was young. I was just raw. Sure. Definitely raw.
What was it that made your mind click during 8th grade? Was there like a particular experience that you had that was like, all right, high school different?
Yeah. What made my mind click? I feel maybe I had outgrown that phase I was in, I think. Excuse me. And I was at a space in my life where I just wanted different. Like I wanted to just do something with myself. And because the 8th grade, I would say I was a bad kid, but I kind of, I did kind of scrape by for certain things, with my teachers. But yeah, I just wanted different. I just wanted to change, and it was a new scenery, new environment, new people. I went from Carson, Curtis, mix of Hispanics, blacks. It wasn't when we grew up in it, so it wasn't quite how we saw it as rough. People saw it as different things. But San Pedro is definitely different. Curtis or San Pedro, be around different people, and they might know a lot of people. So I just really locked in and focused on my craft, my sports, and different things of that sort.
Do you feel like you have a temper now still?
I don't. I feel like definitely outgrew that. But it came with certain prices. It came with me. I remember elementary school going to it was the lady's name was Miss Cunningham. I was at Leapwood Elementary School, and she was like a counselor. And she would come in my class, I think like 4th or 5th grade, she'd come into my class, take me out of my class every day, and we would go into the room, me, her, a few other people, and we just go over stuff like what makes you guys tick. We were just kind of like a rambunctious bunch. So what makes you tick? Why are you lashing out? And it was like counseling, honestly. So I like counseling. She was like my therapist, really. And Miss Cunningham, she was real nice, but we would just speak about different things. That kind of caused me but it helped me to kind of relax, channel my energy in different things. Sports too. Sports helped a lot. So,
wow. So she was speaking into you to calm down or just think about things differently.
for sure. Just, she got to the root of the problem, for sure. For sure.
As opposed to just reacting to your behavior. How would you define manhood today with everything that you've learned up until this point?
That's a good question. So manhood today, everything I learned up until today, I would define manhood as being first thing that came to my mind was thorough and a respectable man, throughout society, through your family, definitely thorough, like detail oriented, because, men have to kind of be on point, especially if you're a father, if you're building a brand, just out in the world, you got to be thorough, because it's so many small details that people miss, and it lands them in jail. It lands them somewhere they don't want to be because they weren't thorough and paying attention to the details. So I think manhood is definitely about paying attention to detail. You help your children. You got to pick them up when they drop them off at school. The other detail is pick them up. If you're not picking them up, you arrange a way where they're getting home or somebody else is going to pick them up. Details and when you're getting ready. Certain things you gotta have. Socks, drawers, undershirt, details you gotta have. You can't miss those details if you don't want to. And you go with your jeans, shirt, tank top or something. Your details with your jewels and stuff, shoes, but it's just about being detailed in manhood that I've learned and doing stuff right the first time. And I don't want to say things don't have to always be right, perfect, but you just gotta doing it right, really taking your time, really putting love, care into what you're doing, and getting those details out of it. And I think that's a part of manhood, and it shows the people who are detailed, who are thorough. It shows. And once you aren't, that pops up too, for sure.
What do you mean it shows? Like it shows?
For different aspects. So it shows things for, say, the guys who aren't detailed. Not just guys, it's people in general. You would just see somebody who's certain things. You say, maybe somebody just having a belt, someone not having a belt. Small details like that. It's just things. It's just certain steps you just got to take in life. Sometimes you may have to wake up an hour or 30 minutes before something to get something done to help you out. That's just the details of it, and those details show up in everything. If something I have to work on for sure, but definitely it will show with certain things of tardiness or something. Someone being late somewhere.
Me too.
It's like a detail. No, you good. I got to work on that. For sure. But no, it definitely shows. And it's details that I miss. And I feel those details where I'm okay. It's a detail of me where the alarm go off. That detail is slight. You can go back to sleep or you can get up. Say you got that 30-minute window to do something. You go back to sleep and get up. So that slight detail of the person who say he got up when that alarm went off. We say he got to get up at 6. Mm-hmm. He got up at 6 as opposed to getting up at 6:30. It's some details they're going to miss getting ready. They're going to get up kind of, person who got up at 6, you can kind of get up more relaxed. You got to rush. 6:30, he may have missed something. He run out the door. I forgot this, I forgot that. As opposed to that person who had that 30 minutes prior, just getting up at 6. But yeah, it's details that show.
No, that's a good point you made. And man, it really does separate you from being successful in that day or like getting set back. You're like, damn, now I got to do this stuff. Or I forgot this, or I feel dusty. Or I don't feel confident with what I'm wearing because I ain't put, So what would you say being a father to 2 little girls has taught you?
It's a lot. It's for sure a lot. But definitely I would say, being a father to 2 little girls has taught me as a young man, you got to be, what would I say? You got to really be, in trust first, you have to be very thorough within yourself as a man, first off, having young girls. You got to be fine. Sometimes you got to be a softer dad. If you're a thorough man, you don't mind being soft sometimes. Like, I think, manhood nowadays is all about, who's the roughest, who's the toughest. So little do they know, some of the guys who are the softest are like some of the most feared people in certain avenues, but you would never know it. But it's just, those are the details of just being a father. You got to play a little softer. You got to worry about your father to little girls. You got to have more empathy and try and understand, like, this is a young woman I'm raising, and this is a young person I'm raising. So the level I'm coming from, me being 29, to my daughters who's 6 and 7, I got to kind of greet them at their level, but still, of course, try to elevate them to where I'm at to give them the game, make sure they're equipped. But being a father of 2 little girls has taught me patience, sure patience, sure resilience. Sure, I think I've always been resilient, but my daughters came, you got to be just more resilient, more solid and thorough. Because now it's things, just details you got to worry about now. These details, school clothes, making sure certain things they have. It's a lot. It's a lot. Even juggling the relationship with their mom. I'm not. One of my children. I respect her for being the mother of my children, and I always be the respect for her. But that's something you got to juggle. In manhood, you got to learn that. I think all men should learn to master that. If you're with the mother of your children or not, you should learn to master that. And y'all can communicate. So stuff gets lost in translation. She mad at you about something, or you mad at her about something, or it's just something weird, funky between you guys, and it's like, bro, like, how are we helping the kids? That's my moment. How are we helping the kids? You being mad at me, that's fine. How are we helping our girls grow? So being a father to two beautiful young girls, young ladies, has taught me a lot for sure. But definitely being detailed, thorough. Definitely learn to be selfless, have empathy, look out for them before myself, be resilient. When I say I'm going to do something with them, I have to do it. You don't want them to keep coming around with daddy says he's going to do this, he's going to do it. So you got to be detailed. It's a lot. The attributes that I've been learning, it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah. What have you learned dealing with having to co-parent? What have you learned?
Having to co-parent, that was a great question. Having to learn what I have learned dealing with co-parenting, a few things. Something I feel from my relationship, from my standpoint, and this may not be for other men, but in my co-parent situation, I learned that a lot of times the women may have the upper hand. And sometimes it's by default. Some women may feel the type of way about that. Some men may feel the type of way. But sometimes the moms do have the upper hand. And by no means necessary, and am I deadbeat dad? By no means necessary. Am I not there for my daughters? The mother of my children, my daughters know daddy's always there for you. Call, whatever. If you need something, I got you. I'm not turning down nothing with my daughters. I take pride in being a father. And that's something I would pray to God. Like, God, help me, bless me, give me the tools. Give me the tools to be a great father for my daughters. So I cultivate them. But co-parenting, you got to really. It's been rocky. It's been a rocky co-parent situation, with my children, but I feel we do need to communicate more. We need to communicate more. So I think that's something we're trying to work through. Definitely, if you're not communicating, it really hurts a lot of things. Well, yeah, those things can be fixed, of course, but it hurts things in ways where things can come down on you as a man and make you look like you dropped the ball because something wasn't said to you, or you weren't alerted about something because maybe her pride, or she just didn't feel. She felt the need to really contact you and let you know. Honestly, you just we ain't ready to worry. We had it on our end. We got to tell dad. So that's something. Some communication. So you have some type of relationship established between whether it's children.
To be honest with you, though, I would say that I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there that a lot of these type of issues, like not alerting the other parent, could be avoided if both parents are in the household, right? So what do you have to say for other men who are in that same situation as you, who feel like they may not be able to make it work with their partner, but they still want to have this copacetic relationship with their children?
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely think, first off, man out there, don't be afraid to be vulnerable when you're dealing with a woman and when you're dealing with the mother of your children. Like, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Sometimes you got to put on the line for your children. It's not about you no more. So you gotta just. There's certain things that I had to do, for my daughter. I may not have wanted to do it, but I had to get it done so I can see my daughter be my daughter. So, yeah, man, out there, if you have a similar situation as me, yeah, definitely, man. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable and talk to your children. Sometimes I'll be feeling, what I see, like, sometimes women, they play so rough and tough. It's like the exterior they give off, but I know a lot of these women they want to be loved. Baby mamas, young baby mamas, whatever, they really want to be loved. I'm like, man, we don't be trying to call us. We be trying to love on y'all, but sometimes women sometimes take a step back and relax. Let a man be a man, woman be a woman, father be a father, mom be a mom. And, it was the reason why God, man and a woman came together and made children. It wasn't like, it's going to be two men, one woman. No, it's a man and a woman. We wanted it to be 50-50, the yin and the yang. So what we bring to the table is valuable and significant for a child. And that's just period. So, yeah, man.
I love that.
That's real. Man, you got to be vulnerable sometimes. You got to be vulnerable. Trying to connect, see eye to eye with the mother of your children somehow, some way. If you're in a similar situation as me, where you and your mother, the children, you guys aren't together, but you guys still want to be successful with co-parenting. So yeah, just don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Tap in with her, talk to her, see what you can do where you can work out something and see her. Because you really just don't have to see your kids. That's really what it is. Do what you have to do to see your children. All the men out there.
You don't feel like money is enough?
No, it's not. It's not. Just for raising children. Mm-hmm. There's a verse that Jay-Z said. It's like you get the money back, but not the child support. It's in one of that 444 album. But I thought about that. That's real. It's like money. It's like, okay, you can have all the. I mean, with that money, you go buy your kids whatever they want. They sitting at home playing video games and all that. That's passing the time. But the time they have with a parent, their mom, dad, you really giving them games, you elevating them, cultivating the soil, the seed to your soil. You cultivate your children, being around them more. So that time that you're missing is just time you can't get time back. But you can always get money back. You can always get more money. You can always work on your money. Like, that's just true. You can always work on money. But the time, say, this person so-and-so wasn't in his kid's life for 5-6 years, he can never get that time back. So he's going to be trying to do stuff when the kid is like 25, like, hey, you want to do like a makeshift prom or something? I know I wasn't there for you in your life or something. It's like stuff like that. Nah, man, you just do it now. Do it now. Be there now. No.
That's so true, because it's funny you said that. That's not exactly, but kind of like how me and my mother's situation is. Yeah, she kind of was doing her own thing throughout my childhood, and missed out on like a lot of birthdays, holidays, and just the everyday, just doing homework, taking a shower. When you're sick or going through your period as a little girl, and I definitely see how it can make a parent like feel guilty and want to overdo it once they're like older. But I mean, like you said, if you can prevent it, do what you can. But like, I know a lot of us, we're humans and we don't all know what we're doing and we're just trying to figure life out, so. But what do you think having two young girls has shown you about women and how you should go about working with them differently?
What? Can you repeat that? I got like the last bit of that question.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. What have your daughters taught you about dating women?
You know what?
And how to get them?
That's a good question. You know what? I'll be straight honest. I'm still fairly new on the aspect, and I'll say that, because we have my daughter, 6 and 7. It's like, and let's be clear with this: they're with their mother more than they're with me. So, and I haven't been in a serious relationship like that. So I was like, okay, I would want this person to be my daughter, because how I see it, honestly, this is me. It's my point of view. I had, children with the mother of my children, and now the children we had together. So I feel like that's their mom. Her mom's still here, still healthy. So that's always gonna be their mom. So you always spend time with your mom. I'm not the type of guy like, yeah, I got this woman, come around my girls. Like, no, they still got their mom. So that's what I'm gonna have children with. You be around their mom, raise their mom. And then of course, I'm their father. I'm always be there for them. I don't know how it is for, the mother of my children, but that's another story, because me, mother of my children dating someone and my girls are around. I'm the type of guy, I want to be there. I want to check this guy, check him out, tap in with him and let him know, like, you're going to be around, my daughters. So, y'all rocking like that. Anything happens with my girls, you got to watch it, my brother. You don't got to worry about me. Yeah, you just got to watch it. That's all I would say. But from my end, I'm not the type of guy introducing my daughters to women, new women and stuff. It's like, I got to be really serious about this woman. They got to be in my space a lot to meet my girls. So.
I love that because, different men do things differently. That's honestly how my dad was too. He wasn't with my mother. My dad raised me also, single father. Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to him.
And he didn't bring too many women around me either. He was very selective, which I appreciated. And so when my dad actually got a girlfriend when I was in college, I wasn't as upset, and I respected it more because me and my dad already had our relationship, and my dad made it clear to other women as well that this is my daughter, this is how our relationship is, and women would have no other choice but to respect it, so, and it does make you respect men differently. Like for me, I love men. I love men that are respectful, that are family oriented, that are considerate of other, women. Huh? What'd you say?
We love you too. That's real.
Oh my gosh, thank you. But yeah, like it's because of the type of man my dad held himself out to be. He wasn't like just dealing with a whole bunch of women, and I wasn't like that. So but that's really cool that you had that too.
No woman I've been with has been my girls. For real.
Oh wow.
So, yeah.
Okay. I wanted to move along to what we talk about sometimes at the gathering spot with your brand and Life Lead.
Like Lead brand.
Okay.
Lead
brand. Okay.
Up real quick. Some slack.
Yeah.
Logo.
Yeah, go ahead. It's kind of put up higher. Okay. I was trying to see. Okay, there we go. It's kind of in the middle. There we go. That's better. Yeah.
This is my card for real. That's just my card. So I'm just like, we don't need to see all that. But yeah, that was all that. That was my logo and stuff. Something like that.
Yeah. So what made you want to start the Life Lead brand? What inspired that?
Inspired Life Lead brand. Inspired Life Lead brand was just me, my life goals, my struggles, on my wins, my losses, all that inspired Life Lead brand. Because it was like a brand. It was something, honestly, because I feel I've been working towards a brand since college. I was, in that time, I was probably like 2013 when I was really at UNM around that time. I remember starting these relationships on Alibaba with suppliers. Amelia Yu, shout out to you, Amelia Yu. She's actually from China, lives in China. But she was like my first taste of having a brand, and connecting with suppliers, and getting your stuff designed, going over the details with them, piece by piece, being very detailed. And it was great. But Life Lead brand, I think of it like the motto is resilience is key. And it's really it's a brand, all inclusive brand for everybody. I feel we're all life leads. No matter what field you're in, you can be a coach. I see you as a life lead. So it's like an athlete for life. And then it went hand in hand with my thing of, playing sports, having a sports background. So it's like, play sports my whole life. And it's like, okay, you don't got to be on the field to still be considered an athlete. That's why you're an athlete. You're still ripping and running through the world. One day you could be working out. When you're working, you're going to work, you're building a brand. You're doing stuff for acting, modeling, different things. So, I think we're all life leads. But it's a brand where I would say I'm really just getting started. Like people haven't really seen nothing of what the vision I have for this brand. So this is just beginning stages of the brand. So I'm just happy, elevating.
I love it. And what plans do you have for the future for yourself?
The future for Life League?
Overall for Chase.
Overall for Chase. I definitely want to, of course, own a home. I want to own a home within, I give myself a 2 year window, 2.5 year to really put the pressure on myself. I really want to own a home. I don't want to just buy like a beater and fix it up. I want to be in a position where I can, I bought this spot, I bought this home. Definitely, of course, want to own. I'm trying to think and be all fly and be like,
be regular.
I'm saying, I'm like, man, no, I'm just thinking I want to own some cars for sure. I want to own some cars.
Okay.
Pink slip them joints. I want the pink slip. I want no car note. Okay. Definitely for my brand. I want my brand to become an international brand. Definitely. Okay. I think about my bread and butter, but I want that to become an international brand. That's just light work though. I want to build myself spiritually, become more connected to God. I want to inspire and motivate more people to be great and fall into who they truly are. And I want. It's a lot that I really want to do. It's a lot. I want to keep elevating within who I am, and I want to get to a point to where I can really influence people and help change, the society as a whole, and really have a real massive impact on the world. But I feel it's growing. The growing pains that comes with that stuff, a lot of that stuff. I'm trying to think big. It's gonna be some stuff coming with it. But it's nothing.
Why does it matter to you that those things happen though? What does it matter?
I feel I want to leave a mark on the world. I want to leave a legacy. Leave a mark, leave a legacy. I think that's the main thing. It's like, why are we on this? Why are we on this earth? Yeah, me, I want to glorify God. Let them know the kingdom exists. But also, I do want to leave a mark. For my family name, and of course for my daughters. I want to cultivate my daughters. I want them to progress and grow into beautiful women who are successful, and I want them to be the top in their field, whatever field they choose. I want to cultivate them to that top in their field, no matter where they're at. They're top, and it's not about I don't want it to be money based, money driven. I want it to be like, okay, they learned something. They stayed in that field and they just grew and elevated through the ranks off of hard work. For real, man. I want to be there and cultivate them. That's definitely something that I want to do. So it's stuff that I feel like I had to go through for my daughters. It's it's just good and the bad. My good intentions, I want to be there for my daughters. So there's certain things that came with that. Me having to fight to be there for them, but I'm gonna be there or make sure I cultivate my daughters to the top, whatever they do.
I love that. Oh my gosh, I love that. I can't wait for you to see this years from now. It's gonna be nice. What would you tell the younger Chase?
Younger Chase. Don't live a little bit, man. Live a little bit. Don't be so serious all the time, bro. Live a little bit, man. Life is so precious and so short. I'll say life is so short. A lot of people live long lives, but life is short to where, it can be taken from you within a second. being in certain situations. So I do see that. But yeah, Younger Chase, yeah, just get outside yourself, live a little bit, man. Keep. Well, something I would say. I think something I would say. Younger Chase and the older Chase, because older Chase is more so like I'm more so like ducked off, secluded more. But Younger Chase, I was more so around my people. Like I was really tapped in with my friends, my close people. People who knew Chase, like Chase was like, Chase would be having us rolling. We'd be having a good time. So I definitely do miss that. And all them people out there, y'all know I rock with y'all. I know I still miss y'all, man. But I'm just growing, so y'all know it's good. Y'all can always tap in with me. But definitely, man, Younger Chase to older Chase, like, yeah, bro, get out there, still be friendly, be sociable. Don't be afraid to kick it with people, because people want to hang out with you. I think that's a blessing. So yeah, don't be afraid to get out there and kick it with people, to learn who they are, just grow.
I love that. You said people do want to kick it with you. Sometimes we take for granted how much of a light we are in people's lives around us, and how just your voice alone, your conversation, your smile can make them like feel so much better wherever they're at.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, don't be selfish with your energy.
I just be, it's funny. It's funny. That's real. That's real. Something I think about though is like
what?
It's not off topic. It's a similar topic, but I'm thinking like, do you think like a shark? This is weird, but you think when a shark is in the ocean, do you think a shark knows it's a shark, or is it just like shit? I got big teeth, bro. I just be whatever I eat, I demolish. But I'm like, I wonder, does he know he's a shark though? Like, does he know how strong he is, or is it just the way people react to him? He just see like, oh, I get away with whatever. I'm a shark. For some reason, they be running when I'm in the ocean or I'm by this school of fish. So I think about that sometimes. So it's like,
that's a good question.
Yeah.
That's I mean, because but the only way to know who you are is to spend time with yourself, and I'm thinking outside of you doing things that you need to do to survive, how else do you know yourself? I mean, from an animal just eating and whatnot to the same with like a human just going to work, paying bills to pay for shelter, housing, food, and clothing. I don't know. I think the shark would have to. I don't know. Do they have minds? They don't have minds like us.
That's
though.
Real. No, that's real.
Is it? Maybe it's something else. I don't know. But for humans, it's interesting. Like we have to search. We have to search for our purpose. I don't know. That's a good question. You got me thinking.
Yeah, no food for thought. I didn't think about it.
Where did you get that question?
Yeah. But not, that goes hand in hand with humans, though, in certain ways.
Yeah, it just got me thinking about something else. But anyways, final question for you. What advice would you give to people like us that's we moving, we connected with people, but we don't have all the answers. And sometimes you want to be like, fuck it, but you can't be like, fuck it, because a lot of people are looking up to you.
That's crazy. That's deep. That's a good question. That's real. Like, advice I would give, first off, I would definitely say, protect your energy. Protect your energy. Protect your aura. Protect who you are. Because I feel ultimately, people don't care. Sometimes people really don't care, like, diminishing someone, like who they are as a person, or if you come in one day, you probably always on 10, and one day you may be on 5 one day, because something happened. Like, people really don't care. They don't care about the backstory, I feel, as much. So I just feel like check your energy in a way where you know what you have to do to get ready, to feel like you at your best, to make sure you can always do that with your time, your allotted time you need, so you can go out into the universe, to society, being the best person you can be. You don't want to, and I think just not that's work throughout life, work, every different things. It's like, yeah, you want to always put your best foot forward. So you don't want to be the person coming back like, man, I seen this one person, or I tried to speak to them and they treated me like an a-hole. And you're like, oh, it was just a really bad day that day. So, whatever made it a bad day, you had it within yourself peace is our shelter. So you had it within yourself to change something. You can change something within yourself. Like, I'm gonna go drink some water or something. I don't know. I'm gonna drink some soda or something, or take a shot of some Hennessy or something to get me back right or something. But you're gonna do what you have to do to get to that level, that happy, peaceful place for yourself. I would give that as advice to people. We're going through the world, meeting, connecting people, protect your energy. Definitely, I would say, learn who you are, be who you are, and accept who you are, and really don't give a fuck what people say, how they feel about you, because they dealing with their stuff. But within yourself, though, you be thorough with who you are, detailed, and I think a certain amount of time, once you start getting consistent with that being you, and people fall off and see, it's not a facade, this is really that person, I think people start respecting more and they start to really gravitate towards you. So that's something I would say as well. Learn who you are, perfect who you are in this world. And if you kind of quirky a bit, you do something kind of weird, like own that shit. Own all the weird stuff you do, own all, whatever it is, that's what's so beautiful about the world, because that's what makes everybody different. So yeah, there's some people who don't eat the ends on their bread, and that's fine.
Right.
And that makes them cool. Mm-hmm. And people who love the ends on their bread, and that still makes them great too. So it's, those 3 things are some slight game I would give to people.